Hey everyone, it's Roberta from Roberta's Nutritarian Kitchen. Wants to make sushi today. I'm going to attempt it, and you're going to watch the attempt, and you can laugh at me if you'd like. I don't care. But I never used to like sushi. And then recently, because my taste buds have changed, I've told you that before since I started eating the Nutritarian way, and I've got this whole new palate. And I couldn't even stand the Nori, which is the sushi seaweed wrappers. See these? That's made of seaweed. Who wants to eat that? I don't even want it in my ocean when I'm swimming. My husband and I go looking for ocean beaches that don't have seaweed because I don't want it near me. But recently, I went to Whole Foods, I think it was first, Whole Foods store, and they have like this whole buffet. They've got the pizza thing, which I avoid like the plague, but then they got this sushi place, and they will make you what you want. So I said, do you have anything with brown rice? Because I don't eat white rice. And they said, yeah, what would you like? And I said, vegetarian, something vegetarian. And they made this roll for me like it was nothing for them. And they have, the fancy bamboo mat to roll it and everything. And I'm like, well, I'm not getting into a big expense if I don't even know if I'm going to be interested in doing this more than once, right? So we're going to try to do it without the fancy equipment. And I just bought some simple ingredients. Most of them I had in the house. And I'm just going to show you what I did because I'm pretty impressed. If you're looking at my vegetables here, I wanted them, you could get carrots, that are already shredded in a bag, but I always find that they have a stale taste, and I don't like that. I want really, really fresh if I'm going to eat sushi because it's all about the vegetables for me. So I already had carrots, and I had orange and white carrots in my refrigerator, and I had some snow peas, these pea pod thingies that you get in stir fries. I had those in my refrigerator because I'm going to do a stir fry video for you soon, coming. It's going to be delicious. I had yellow beets because my purpose for them was to make beet chips, which I adore, but then I found a better purpose for them. And I had cucumbers fresh from the farm. So I'm like, okay, I have those, let's work with those. You use what you have, you use what you like. You don't have to make a special shopping trip for this. This is like a leftover type thing, but fresh leftovers. So speaking of leftovers, I have brown rice. It's all cooked for me. In fact, I didn't even cook it in the first place. I went to Whole Foods and they have giant vats of brown rice and white rice. And I just took some. And I paid for it, and I didn't have to cook it. You can cook it if you like, it's cheaper. Okay, and if I decide to do this often, I may do that. But I'm very busy, like I say, I have another job. I'm a writer, I'm a blogger. I have 18 books on the market. If you're interested, go to Amazon.com under Roberta M. O'Connell, and you can sneak peek all of them. And also I drive for a living. So I'm busy, so I really like to go there and get some elements that are already done for me. They have such an array of interesting things that you could try before you go buy a big bunch of it. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this brown rice, and I know from past that you need some rice vinegar in there to make it sticky. Okay, I'm not using a sticky rice, so I don't know how much to use, but my friends Bill and Devin were in the grocery store when I was picking these out, and I couldn't even read the label, and little Devin read it for me. She's not so little anymore, she's a teenager, but to me she'll always be little Devin. Love you, Devin. Anyway, and they recommended it highly, and they said they really, really like this. This is organic rice vinegar. Now, once I got home, I realized that you could get brown rice vinegar. Next time, that's what I will definitely get, because I don't eat white rice products. Now, I have this big spoon, so it's about a tablespoon. I don't know if that's enough or too much. I'm going to mix it up and see if I get any stickiness out of it, because that's my point. And I know also that they usually use sugar. So this is another reason that I want to make it myself, because I don't want the sugar. I could put date sugar in here if I really wanted to, or a little bit of stevia is fine for me. But I'm just going to see if this is okay, because I like the taste of vinegar. I don't think I've ever had rice vinegar. Let's see if it's sticky. It's a little bit sticky. This is slightly warm. What I did is leftover rice, like I told you. And so leftover rice is terrible. It's hard as a rock, right? So I just put about probably a tablespoon of water in there, mixed it up, took a wet paper towel, put it over the top, and microwaved it for, I think I might have done a minute, 40 seconds to a minute, whatever, just to get that water back into it. Came right back to life. It's awesome. So I think I'm going to want a little more stickiness. So I'm just going to put another half of that spoon that I got. You use what you want. It's a little bit about the flavor, but for me right now, it's more about sticky. If I push it down, is it going to stay where I'm putting it? And it is. So I think it's enough. And you can flavor this if you want to. I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm not going to add sugar or anything. Okay, so then I want to show you. I've got an avocado here. I think this is one of the same avocados I was trying to break into last week. And it was just hard as a rock. So I left it out on my counter. And eventually, day by day, I'm squeezing it going, can I eat you yet? You know? And then finally today, it might be edible. I don't know. I'm cutting into it now. And I'm like, I'm not so sure. And you cut into it. Ooh! This one has a giant seed in it. For a little tiny avocado like this, it's usually a little seed, which means I think that might mean I've got a different breed or a different ripeness. I don't know. Look it up. Why is this seed so much bigger than the last one in the little avocado? Look at that. You can take this now, and there's a white spot on the bottom. Hold it upright like this, right? Put a toothpick in all four corners, north, south, east, and west, around the circumference, okay? Sit it on a glass and put water just to about halfway up. The toothpicks will hold it on the glass so it doesn't just bob around in water. And after a while, and just keep filling it to make sure there's water in there every day up to here as it evaporates, right? And then you're going to get these roots growing out of it. And then you take the toothpicks out, and you plant it in some nice soil in a pot and let that take root into the soil, and you'll start seeing it break open on the top. And when you start getting greens out, you can plant it outside, or you can just keep it in your pot and just let it grow. And you can grow an avocado tree out of this. Like I've said before, the animals ate mine before I got to it. But I'd really like to try again because I eat a lot of avocados and I'd like to have them around all the time. So what I'm going to do here is just slice thin slices. Well, not too thin because I'll never get it out. I want them kind of chunky slices because I want to taste that avocado, okay? And then, so I just sliced it vertically, okay? And then you just get your spoon in. I start at the top, but you can start wherever you want. Get your spoon in, and this is still not quite ripe, so it's giving me a hard time, but it's working. And you can feel it hitting your hand. See, I got every morsel out of there, just with a spoon. And you just dig it out, and then you've got these perfect slices, okay? So we're gonna put those aside because I'm gonna put those in my sushi. I've got a little garbage bowl over here, and I'm gonna take the other one and do it too. I'm not gonna need all this for one roll, but since I've got it out, I'm gonna do this, and I might even just mix some of this with some salsa to have as a snack or in a taco or something. But while I've got it out, I'm gonna work with it. And if I'm gonna keep it around, I might squirt some lime juice on it. I'm not into lemon juice. You need some kind of acid to keep it from browning on you. Okay, and if you mix it with your salsa now to hold it, it won't brown on you. It will be so delicious in that. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna slice this one like that because I want sticks of everything that are going into this. There's another one. I'll just cut it up a little bit. Now I want to show you what I did for these vegetables because when I first took this project on, I said, I'm never going to be able to do the beautiful sticks that they do. They've been studying for years, right? I need a napkin. Now you should tell me at the beginning, Roberta, you know you always need a towel or a napkin. What are you thinking? Okay, got one. Good. So I was like, okay, I've got a carrot. How am I going to make this look like this, okay, without killing myself? And so I just played with it. And what I did, I cut my long carrot into manageable lengths, manageable for this knife, or any knife that you want to use. Now I've just cut it the long way in half. And then I'm going to carefully cut this in half again, or in thirds, depending on the size of your carrot. This is the tip of it, so it's not very big, and notice I'm not gonna look up while I'm doing this. So then I take the flat pieces, because the tops are rounded edges, and just put them together. And then all you do is you just carefully slice them into sticks. And I keep my fingernails or this part of my, either this part of my finger, or it works better with my fingernails because my fingernails are long, in my way, so I'm not gonna cut my fingers. And then after I do that, I just put the knife under it and pick up the whole bundle and put it in my pile, okay? And then you take these ends that are rounded on the top and you cut those separately because you don't want to mess around when you're working on a rounded surface like that and trying to do this close work. And it's very simple. This went so fast. I put on a reality show and brought this upstairs into my office with the cutting board and the knife and some vegetables, and I just cut and watched my show, and it was done in no time. Now these are just white carrots. My favorite are the red, but I can never find them. If you cut open a red one, it looks like watermelon inside, and it tastes really good. The orange and the red are the sweetest, okay? If you get into the white ones, they're almost no flavor, but there's a great crunch to them. Then I took sugar snap peas. These are not sugar snap peas. These are pea pods, the flat ones. The sugar snap peas are the big bulky ones with the big fat peas in them, okay? So I take 3 of them and I pile them on top of each other, and I just do the same thing. Try to get them as thin as I can in a careful way, and you get these beautiful sticks, okay? And my purpose is, I mean, you could just put the whole pea pod in your wrap. That's not a problem. I just wanted to try to make them as pretty as they make them at the store, because you eat with your eyes, and I really am intrigued with the art of sushi making. So I'm like, why can't I do it? So then we got the cucumber, and the cucumber was more of a conundrum for me because you got this big round thing with seeds inside. So I cut it in half. Well, I cut this piece off of the large cucumber like this, okay? Cut it in half, and then I scooped out the seeds so far. Now what I'm gonna do, because it's kind of thick on this edge, I'm gonna go in between that and make it in 2 pieces this way. Just watch. Carefully go around like that. And now I've got 2 pieces, and they're much thinner, okay? So then I'm just gonna slice them into sticks. That's not difficult. It's a little time consuming, and if you wanna buy everything pre-sliced, you might be able to get that stuff at your grocery store. I'm sure I probably could get a lot of it already done for me. But you know, it's very therapeutic to do your own stuff and to learn new things and try them out. It's a lot of fun. Then you've got this giant round beet tissue, okay? I just cut off anything that had, like, you know, the roots sticking out or brownness. I just peeled that off. Everything, I want the skin. There's a lot of vitamins in there, so I washed it really well. And then I just cut it in half, the big round ball, and then I cut it in half again. Look how beautiful a yellow beet is. I eat these raw, by the way, and they're awesome in salads. So then I just took it and I sliced, kind of like you would an onion, just down into half moons, half circles, and you get these, okay, that thickness. And just take a couple of those. I take 2 because it's workable. And things are not going to slide off of each other like if you have a whole pile. And then just cut those into sticks. Very easy. Very easy. And the thing is, if I have a lot of extra, which I'm going to because my husband doesn't eat this. This is just me. If I have a lot of extra, I'm just going to either put it in a stir fry or in a salad, or just use it for snacks. Great munchies. You can put in, you know, use a dip or not. I don't even really use a dip. I just like to eat them. Or you can stick them in the oven and bake them until they turn into like chip fries. Oh yeah. Not the cucumbers. But you could do the carrots and the beets like that. The other stuff you just eat raw. So now here comes the hard part. No, it's not going to be hard. Let's not think that way. I'm just going to use a piece of plastic, saran wrap, whatever. It's what I had over my vegetables. I don't waste here in this kitchen. And this is what I got. Okay? It's called Organic Pacific Sushi Nori. There's different kinds of nori. Try to get the sushi one because it'll be bendable for you instead of being too thick and then it cracks as you try to roll. I'm assuming, because like I said, this is new to me. I'm just talking like I know what I'm talking about, right? Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? And then I'm going to take my rice, because I've seen them do this on TV. I mean, you've seen stuff done on TV, and why not try to do it, you know? I mean, don't be afraid. You're seeing it done right now. Try to do it after I do it. It'll be fun. It's a good project for the kids, too, if you have kids. Say, hey, you want to make some crafts tonight? I'm going to craft our dinner. So I'm going to, oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to get it on here first, and then I'm going to tell you what I was going to say. I want to pull it away from the edge a little because I need an edge to stick together. No, no, Hobo. Hobo loves to join us. That's my kitty. But I don't really want him walking across the food at this moment. So he can sit in his chair and watch me. No, 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 no. Oh, Lordy. Love my kitties. But they are really into being with me with whatever I'm doing. So I'm going to take some of the orange carrots. And, you know, I love how they look when you have the roll and you see those perfect little pieces of vegetables. So I'm going to just take some and try to get them in here. It's going to be funny when I try to cut this. Oh my gosh. Lord, give me strength. And I'm going to put some white ones kind of, I guess, on top of it because the rice is so white. I want the contrast of color. I'm going to put some of these. I don't know how much I can fit in here without breaking my roll, but we're going to find out. Slow your roll. And then I'm going to take some beautiful green pea pods. And I think I'll put those right next to it because I don't want everything to topple over on me. And just make sure you have about the same amount going all the way down the line. And no, I'm not lining them up perfectly. I know you see that after I went through the trouble of cutting everything so perfectly. And these beautiful beets. Oh God, I love these. The golden beets are my favorite. You use what you like. Maybe you like the red ones better. But I'll tell you, when you cut them, do you see anything on my hands? No. The red ones bleed all over the place. That's what they say. That's what they call it, bleeding. And it's a big old mess. And they have a different flavor. These are very mild. They're so good. And I'm going to put a little cucumber. I mean, I like red beets, but I don't like them as much as the yellow. Every summer I go to the farm waiting for their yellow beets to come out because there's so much I can do with them. And then I'm going to put a little of my avocado. And this might be way too much stuff for a roll. We're about to find out, aren't we? But I want a little bit of everything. And that fit 3 avocado pieces across. I should have some water over here, which I don't. But maybe I can use some of this. I'm just going to put a little bit of my rice vinegar in a bowl in case I need it to stick things together. And here we go. This might have to come more this way. Oh, okay. Somebody say a prayer. This could go very wrong. Okay, so I put the saran because I want to use it as a tool. I've seen people do it without anything, but I'm not that good. So I'm going to just pick it up. Okay, and I'm going to try to push in the vegetables towards me to get a tight form going here. I don't want it to be really, really loose. So I'm going to have to pull back on the saran a little bit so it doesn't go into the meal. And I can tell you right now that this is coming out. Okay. Okay, we're having fun. I think I'm going to have to take out some of this, and I'm just going to do this. I don't care. You're not watching. Nobody's watching. Nobody's watching me make this mess. And I'm going to put a little of this rice vinegar on the edge. I mean, water will work too, just to give something to stick to. I don't know if the saran's helping or hurting me, right? Oh my, what a mess. This does not look like the papers, what you see in the papers. What a mess. Okay, I'm rolling it kind of tight. Okay, making a mess. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm sure that's not what people do, but I'm rolling it over, tucking it under, and pulling it towards me. And I'm gonna roll it for a second here, try to get everything to stick together. And then we're gonna open it and see what we got. Okay, we might have to try this again. Let's see, where do you open? Open sesame. Okay, take this out from under. Look at the mess I'm making. This looks so attractive right now, doesn't it? Don't you want to eat that mess? Okay, there's the roll. Da-da-da, done. Not. So I guess I'll go in the center. This is not a good sushi knife. Boom, cut a hole in it. I think I need a serrated edge here. Oh, making a mess. And carefully cut that. And then, hold on, I really want to get another knife because I don't want this to be a disaster for you. Okay. Is this a sushi knife? It is tonight. Okay, we're gonna cut that one in half. Oh, that works much better. It really does. It's a bread knife. But I tell you, you need a serrated edge, I think, especially with all these veggies. And I'm trying not to squish the roll with my hand because I want it to stay as round as possible. And then cut this in half. That's about half, right? I'm going half, 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 half until I have something that looks like a roll. Like this. And then the edges, the ends, you could get another one off there, but I'm going to leave it alone. And what I'm going to do here is, yes, I'm going to mess up my vegetable thing here because I want them out of the way. You really want to come to my house for dinner? Okay, nice clean plate. Boom, done. So, because I want it to look pretty. So then we're going to move that out of my way. You ready? Are you ready for the unveiling? I kind of am. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. Cut it. Oh, Lord. Yeah, no, it is not sticking together. That, isn't it beautiful? I think what we need is a little more of the stickiness. Okay, that one worked. That worked. Ooh, there's hope. Look at that. I just did that. I'm so proud. Wow. Look, it's not as bad as I'm thinking it is. It's not perfect, but you know, it's not something I do. This is not my job. This is just my meal. And something I also love that they had at that place was, this is organic sushi ginger. And I bought a little jar of it because I really liked it. I didn't think I would. And it comes in it's juicy. And it comes in these little tiny thin shreds, okay? So that's something you would put on it. This is just low sodium soy sauce, which that's my favorite thing to put on mine. And then this, for another option, if you want another option, there's no room here for this, is I just found this orange chili marinade, okay? And I wanted to try something that didn't have sugar or oil in it, that was sweet but spicy. And look at that, the color of it. It's just, it looks good. I haven't tried it. We're gonna try it. We just need something to eat these with. So, if you're like me, and in the past, I've eaten a lot of Chinese food. I don't anymore, but I've collected quite a few of these. So I have chopsticks in my house, because they give them to you if you ask for them. And these kinds, they come apart. They're stuck together. So you take them apart and then you just rub them together so there's no splinters that are going to get into your food. Okay, that's what you do with those. And then this is how you hold them. You start like this, and then you put one finger almost in the middle. See how that finger is? Goes like this, and one finger poking through, okay? And then you just take the roll. Let's see which one wants to hold together for me. See? And then you dip it in one of your sauces. I'm gonna put mine in soy sauce because I know I love soy sauce on my sushi. And I know this is gonna be a big mess right now because I need to make my rice a little bit stickier. But it looks pretty, right? Doesn't that look good for a homemade? And when you don't know what you're doing? Don't look. Look away, I'm hideous. Here's the thing. I have a big mouth for talking. Not so big for eating. I watch people put that whole roll in their mouth all the time. I would choke to death. So I was trying to bite it in half, and it just goes everywhere. You have to put the whole roll in your mouth, or it goes all over the place, which is fine if you got a bowl under you and you can just eat the rest later. But it's not the proper way to eat it. So now, I'm going to show you. I'm going to take a little bit of my ginger. It's just a little piece like that. See? It's like a pickled ginger. And I really like ginger. So, and if you think you don't like ginger, because I didn't used to, because there's a heat to it, okay? Then just take a little piece and try it first. Don't like overwhelm it. I could put more on there, but don't overwhelm it, okay? And then I think I want to try this sauce, but I don't know how hot it is, so I'm going to taste it first. Okay, I get orange first. You know, some heats go up your nose. Some go in the back of your throat. Some go in your gut, and some go in your tongue. And you'll know which kind of heat you like once you've tried different heats, okay? This one's on your tongue, which is a good thing. I can't stand when it goes up your nose. It's too smoky for me. I don't like the smokiness of peppers. So this one goes on your tongue, and it's not that bad. There is a hot heat to it, but it's a quick little tiny hot heat, if that makes any sense to you. And you're definitely tasting the orange. So it's orange chili, which means there's chilies in it. And you can see, if you look at the bottle, I don't know if you can see all the things in there. Those are probably the chili seeds, you know, stuff like that. So I'm gonna probably not dip the whole thing in there, but maybe take a little bit and just put it on top with my ginger, just to taste it. Yeah, I'm being a wuss right now, yep. You know, you dunk it if you want. You brave people, you. All right, remember how to hold your chopsticks? Let me show you again. Hold them like this, open them up slightly, get your fingers slightly in the middle. Slightly in the middle. And sometimes you don't even have to do that. You just hold them like this and open them up like this. And then just squeeze. Okay, that's gonna hold. And Hobo really wants to try this, but he can't have sushi even though he's a cat and he thinks there's fish in it. Okay, ready? Oh my goodness. What I need to find out is why when I eat someone else's sushi, the nori is so soft, you can bite through it. And mine is not. It's tough. Do I need to prepare it in some way? Do I need to put more of the vinegar to make more moisture on it? Do I need to let my rice sit on the nori for a little while and let it get moist? I don't know. Let's find out together. You research on your end, I'll research on mine, and we'll see what's right. But I can tell you, I didn't get any of that seaweed in my mouth just now because I couldn't bite through it. So if you put the whole thing in your mouth, I'm sure you can eventually get through it, but I don't want to choke myself. So I'm going to try this. Oh, and also I have some toasted sesame seeds, and I thought I could put some of those on top. Oh, that makes it really, really pretty. Let me show you. I like to work with the chopsticks when I can. I grew up using chopsticks. Mom had us a luau Mom and Dad, luau every New Year's Day, was it, Mom? New Year's Day? Yeah. And we'd sit on the living room floor with a quilt and pillows, and we'd buy Chinese food, and we'd sit there and eat with our chopsticks. So, see, just some sesame seeds, and you can see the rice all falling out. I can tell you, of all the flavors, the soy sauce is definitely my favorite. I'm going to see if I can get through this piece since it's been sitting a little longer. You know what? It's just totally falling apart on me. So this video went really well. So use a cup and just eat the stuff out of the cup. Don't waste it. Or take this and make a quick stir fry out of it all. It'll be delicious. If you see the camera shaking, it's because my kitty is now down there, shaking the base of the camera tripod, trying to tell me I'm gonna come over there and eat that sushi. So yeah, that was our sushi trial. Didn't go so great the first time, although we did learn how to cut the vegetables beautifully, and we did learn about different flavors to put on it and how to roll it. I think we did good, but I just got to figure out how to get brown rice to be sticky enough to stay in there. I think that's the thing. Maybe I have to make the rice fresh and just make it sticky while it's cooking. I don't know. I'm gonna do some research to see. And maybe somewhere down the line we'll try it again, because there's so many other ways you can make this. I got some rolls today. I've already eaten sushi today. Got some rolls today that were just all vegetables, and they had it wrapped in lettuce and then the nori, and then on top they had these beautiful slices of avocado. It was so pretty to look at. I'm so impressed. Now that I've tried it myself, I'm even more impressed by the people who make them. So thank you for watching. Try it at home. Let me know what you figured out, and come back for the next thing that we try. Have a great night.